So, Raki, what we have learned in our last session. Let's revise
Mhm.
that. We have learned about the sending the value of inputs from one form to another form.
Mhm.
Okay, Raki, how we send the values from our form tag. This is a form tag of HTML, or you can say that this is a container tag. In this tag, or you can say within this tag, we use the inputs, a user input tags of HTML, and within
Mhm.
of this form tag there is some property, some important property, a action property used to just define the page name in which page we want to send the data or user input data. You can say the user input data. Okay, and the
Mhm.
method represent in which, or you can say from which method you want to send the data. Okay, Kushi, okay, Raki.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see in the browser what we have done in our last session. In our last session we just create two text boxes. Okay, to
Mhm.
input we create the text box using our input tag of HTML, and we give the property type equals to text. If we give type equals to text, then we can enter the text into our this text box. And if we give the type equals to password, so it the character will be in hidden format, a password format. Okay, Raki? And this
Yeah.
is our simple submit button. Okay,
Mhm.
now if I just gave you the difference between the submit button and simple button,
Mhm.
did I tell you, did we discuss about the simple button? One second. Input, input. If you type button, if you give the button in within the type property of input tag, then also you get a button. Yeah, with no text because we didn't give any value. We
Mhm.
discussed about it or not?
No, no, no. Didn't.
We didn't. Okay. Now, if you give the value property within value pair, you give any value, then it will be displayed on our button. You can say this is the text of our button.
Mhm.
Yeah, go. But the difference between this login, or you can say the input type submit, and the go, you can say the input type button, main difference is if you click on go, nothing is happening, means there is no form submitting, or you can say form is not submitted using a simple button, input type button. If you click on this login, then a form submitted to server, and we will to the next.php. Within the next.php we just done some calculation of php, and we got a message. Okay, Raki?
Okay.
So what is the difference between these two buttons? Means if you use input type button, then the button is not able to submit our form. Okay,
Mhm.
default button, the property of our default button is not, it is not going to submit our form. Submit means we are submitting our form into server, and the calculation has been done into the server. What type of calculation? Means we are just submitting the form So we are going to next.php directly. What is in the next.php? In the next.php, there is some code of PHP. We just execute, or server just execute these all the codes and give us a message or result. You can say the result. Okay, Raki, is there any confusion till now? You can ask me.
No.
No confusion?
No.
Okay, let's move ahead. Now, let me just remove this go. You got the difference between these two?
Go and login.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just removing the go. Okay. Now, if I just clicking or just wrong password, username, password, then this message is showing on the next.php. Okay, but I want to this message in our index.php, means our first form, means in this form I want the message. So what I have to do? Okay, let's see. Firstly, I have to do something that our page will not submit directly. First is it check the condition, then after then it will redirect or submit. Okay, means what is my requirement? Let's concentrate on the requirement. My requirement is I want to see these message in our first form only, means in the index.php. This is the redirection to next.php, means we are now on the next.php. But my requirement is if the username and password is wrong, then I have to stay on the index.php. Okay, this is my requirement. You got the requirement? Yeah. Now this is the logic behind the message, the welcome message, or the user name or password is not correct, means this is the logic we are checking username and the password. So if we check uh, in the index page, we can also display the message. Okay, but how we check this in the same page? Let's see. Firstly, I don't have to redirect anywhere. Whenever the form is submitted, I don't have to redirect anywhere. There's two, yeah, you have two choices. Okay, means if the form is submitting, if you don't want to redirect anywhere, you have two choices. How to submit form itself? You have two choices. First one is easiest one, means this. You don't have to write anything within the action tag. If you don't write anything, then this form will not redirect, or this page will not redirect to anywhere. We will discuss about the second after some sessions. Okay. Okay, let's see this one. If I just remove the action, means I just remove the file name in which we want to just redirect. Now if I just click on login, I am in on the same page. I'm not redirecting to any other page because I just removed the file name. That's simple. Okay.
And the message is also not coming.
Yeah, message also not coming. Why? Because message is in the next.php.
Next page.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's see how we do that. Let me just remove this. It will make confusion. Okay. Now, Raki, you can write your PHP code anywhere in HTML file or PHP file, anywhere. Means we have these all the code are the HTML code, a markup language code. Okay. This is the HTML code. All the code. There is no PHP code.
Mm.
There is no PHP code. This is the HTML code, a core HTML code. Okay, Raki?
Mm.
Yeah. If you want to write PHP code, I just told you. Yeah. Within this means I have to and also. If I didn't and, then we will get the error because the below code is the HTML code. We cannot write the HTML code within the PHP tag. So we have to and also our PHP tag. Okay, Raki?
Oh.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm just going to check the condition within the same page. Okay, what is the condition? What is the condition? I'm just getting the dollar underscore post username, dollar underscore password, and checking. Okay, let me just copy that and paste here. If the username is Raki and the password is Raki, now my requirement has to be changed, because if the username and password is same, or you can say the correct, then you have to redirect to our next page, or you can say the welcome page. But we take the next.php means my requirement is whenever the user enter the correct username and password, I have to redirect the next.php. Okay,
Mm.
we will see how we redirect. Okay, first first let's do how we redirect. There is a one predefined inbuilt function. You can say predefined function, or you can say inbuilt function of PHP. Okay, call header. Within the header, double quote, location, colon symbol, and the file name means next.php. Just
Okay.
end the semicolon. Means this is a predefined function of PHP. It's used to just redirecting our page from one page to another page, a redirecting page. Okay,
Mm.
Raki, means this is
Yeah.
a predefined function in header, a predefined function, a predefined name. You have to give the same name every time if you want to redirect without the action tag. Means action tag is also used to just redirect one page to another page, but I don't want to redirect one page to another page using the action tag, because I want the message on the same page. Means let's take a real-time example. This is the login page. Okay, login page, and this is the welcome page. If you are redirecting directly to welcome page and calculating all the conditions on the welcome page, then this is the this is not a secure method. You can say this is not a secure method. We have to calculate we have to check all the conditions on the same page, and then after I have to redirect the page to welcome. Okay,
Mm. Okay. Mm-hmm.
now this is the method to redirecting our page from one to another. Okay, header. Location will be the same every time, and after location I use the colon, and these all are in double quotes or single quotes. You can use single quote also, and this will going to change every time. Next.php. If you want to just redirect to any other page, then you have to just write welcome.php and etc etc whatever you want. Okay, this
Mm.
is just a simple redirection method in PHP function to redirecting our page. Okay, let's see the code.
Okay.
If the username password is correct, I will redirect from me, or if it is not correct, then this message will be in our page, but there would be error on the first time, or you can say the warning on the first time. One second, I just echoing into next.php that welcome, nothing else. Means in our next.php there is just a welcome message. Okay, if
Mm-hmm.
I just refreshed our code, means first time I just refresh, then we will get the error. What kind of error? Error that this is undefined. Why this is undefined? Let's see. In the browser, then you will. Yeah. Undefined index username and undefined index pwd also. Okay. This is
Oh,
to notice. Why these notice are, if I just click on login, then there is no notice and the message is also correct. Correct means username or password is not correct. And if you type anything wrong also, then we will give the same message also. No error. You will, if you will type this right, the username and the password also, then you will redirect it to the next page. It means everything is working fine except if we are just refreshing our site or our page. Means like this, there is an error. Why this error is coming? Let's see why this error is coming on our page. What we are checking in the very third or fourth line, next line, we are checking the dollar underscore post. Let's concentrate on this dollar underscore post username. Why we use dollar underscore post, Raki?
what is it?
Why we use dollar underscore
No,
post?
because it is for the underscore post is a predefined
Predefined function, okay.
input box.
Yeah, it is a predefined, you can say a global variable, a predefined variable, a predefined function. Why we use? What
Uh-huh.
is the use of our dollar underscore post?
Because it gives me as a input box.
Now it give you a value of input box. Yeah, whatever we
Mm-hmm.
written within the input box, it give
Huh.
you the value. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but when it will give you value? Whenever the form is submitted. Form is
Yes.
submitted. Form is submitted means
Mm-hmm.
whenever our form is going to submit to server. When it is going to submit to server, whenever we click on the submit
But
button or login button.
we have yes.
Now, so we are just refreshing our page index.php. So
Mm-hmm.
our compiler, you can say compiler or whatever we interpreter just execute these line. Okay, these line, they find the dollar username and dollar underscore post. They didn't understand where it is the dollar underscore post. Where is the dollar underscore post? Dollar underscore post will be in existence after only the form is submitted. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so our form is not submitting whenever we are refreshing the site. A form is not submitting means we are just reloading our page, nothing else. Whatever we have done the changes, we are just reloading that changes. We are not submitting our form. If we click on login, means we are submitting our form. Then the PHP got the dollar underscore post name value and the PWD, sorry, username value and the PWD value. So there is no error or no notice. Okay, you got the reason or not, Raki?
I didn't get you.
You
It is
got the,
was is okay.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If I just refresh
But
that, then error is coming. Okay,
mm-hmm.
why this error is coming? Because PHP doesn't understand on the very first time what is this means. Our form is not submitting. Our form is not submitting means value is not going, not transferring anywhere. Which
Yeah,
value?
because we have not given.
Yeah, which value? The input
And
type
that's
values.
what.
Yeah,
Yes, yes. The other side. And you're not diverting the page to the
yeah.
next
We
page.
are not submitting. You can say we are not submitting our page.
Yes.
We are just refreshing our page means we are just checking the whatever we correction done. We are just checking. Page is not refreshing. Page when our form is submitted. Sorry, our form page is not submitting whenever when our form is submitted. Whenever we clicked on the submit button, then only our form will going to submit to server.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mm.
So in the first time, whenever we refreshed our page, this is getting some notices. Means this is because of this line of code we are getting some notice. How we remove the notice means we have to write any condition or anything else to just remove that their notices. Let's see, I'll explain you the condition. Let me just, I'm just use dollar underscore post. Yeah, okay, in capital. You have to write it in capital. And the button name. What is the name of our button? What is the name of our button? It's
Mhm.
name property. I need the name property of my button. There is no name property, so I have to give the name property of my button also. Name. Okay. Name, login. You can give login. You can give anything, any name. I just want to search, or I just want to uniquely identify my button. That's why you can give any name. These are the user defined name. Okay.
Mhm.
What should I give? Anything? Do you have any choice? I'll just give LG. Okay, login.
Mhm.
You can also give the login. No confliction with value and button name. If I give login, you will get the confusion. Okay. If I give the login, LB means login button. Okay, LB. Okay. Now,
Mhm.
if these all are the name of our tag, input tag. Okay, means username and the password. Okay. Now I'm just checking the dollar me login. Just 1 second. Within the if, I'm just using all the code within the if. Now let's check on the browser. Code is correct or not. Just I want to refresh that. Notice undefined index
Line
allowing.
number three.
Line number 3. I'll just give login. I have to give the LB. I just use the LB, na? The name of our button. Yeah. There's another on line number 3, undefined index LB. But I have given to 1 second. Yeah. Run suppose submit value name LB is correct. Post LB. 1 second. It's we have to if is set is set. 1 second. Set. What is the set? I'll give you the definition of this set, because we will get the same error because he didn't understand about the. Yeah. Now, what I have done, let me explain. I just use the our submit button name LB. Now,
Mm.
if we are just refreshing our code, we are getting two errors. Means our compiler or PHP is will not recognize the dollar underscore name
What
and
is
the.
is set for?
It's yeah. I'll give you the definition of is set also. Okay. Now, for that, I just have to use one condition. Means I have to use one condition. After this condition is true, then only, if the condition is true, then only our code within the if condition will be executes. This if and else also within this outer if. Okay. So I'll just give one condition. What is the condition? Let's concentrate on our condition. I just use is set. What is the is set? Is set just check what that value is setted, or that variable is setted or not with any value. One second.
You know,
One second.
just completely assigning the value.
No, no, it doesn't assign anything. It just check. It just check is the that value is yeah. It check the is the value is assigning or not. Is there any value on this or not? If it is empty or null or nothing, then it will return the false is set, or is set return false. Otherwise, if it is has anything, then it will return the true. Whenever it returns true, then if condition is true, then this code will be executes. Means let me show you with example. One second. If I use a dollar a, okay, I echo is set. Within the set, I just pass the dollar a. Okay, Raki? Now let's see the output. Let's see the output which comes above our. It's give you nothing. What? Why it is nothing means it's just written the null. We just discuss about the null. Null is a operator. You can say operator or type. Sorry, null is a type. Null means nothing. When I just enter any value into a, means I just assign anything, even the zero. Now what will be the result? Let's see the result. 1. It returns 1. Why it returns 1? 1 means true. Did you get the point? 1 means true. I just assign 0. It is not returning the value of a. It is just giving the information about a. What kind of information? It gives that our variable is assigned anything or not. If it is not assigned anything, then it will return nothing, null, a null. Null is nothing, even not a space. Okay, null means nothing, means false. 1 means true. Okay, Raki? Do you get the point? What is the working of is set? Means in this scenario only. In this scenario.
Your voice is
Yeah, in this scenario.
I'm not able to.
One second, one second. Please be online. Yeah, Raki. Now it's clear. Oh, my voice is clear or not?
What?
No, it's fluctuating. One second. It is on. Yeah, Raki. Now,
Yes,
are you
better.
better? Yeah, Raki.
Mm-hmm.
In this scenario, only the two lines. Just see the two lines.
Mm-hmm.
A dollar A equals to zero is set dollar A. In this scenario, did you get the working of is set or not? One second, maybe the fluctuation of the
Your
internet.
voice,
Yeah,
your voice is not coming clear actually.
yeah, maybe the fluctuation of internet. One second, please be online.